All right. Continuing with any method you choose. Oh boy, this one does not look like factoring by grouping is going to work very well. And the whole completing the square thing, that looks pretty gross. So I would definitely suggest on this one. So like factoring by grouping, trial and error, I've got a 5 and a 3, and I'm trying to get a 7 in here. Those numbers don't seem like I'm going to multiply anything 5 and 3 and a 1, 5 or a 3 separately to get a 7. It's like 2 or 8 or something. So factoring doesn't seem like a good idea to me. Whenever I've got a number out in front of here, the whole completing the square method, that gets really kind of messy. Everything's not divisible by something, so I could simplify it. So boy, I'm left with calling the A, and I'm gonna go to the quadratic formula. -3, and the B is the 7. There's my A, there's my B, and my C would be this -5. And once again, if you haven't gotten sick of it yet, x equals -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All right. Plug in the points. So -7 plus or minus square root. Do some of this in your head if you'd like. I'll write it all out this time for somebody that's still trying to understand where things are coming from in the formula. So b squared 4ac, just kind of checking those myself even to see if I think I did it right, all over 2a right there. So the -7 plus or minus square root 49. And if you just want to use a calculator here to get some of this, so this time I'm going to go 20 times 3 would be 60. 4 times 5 is 20, times 3 is 60, and then I've got negative, negative, negative. That would end up being negative still. These two would be positive, but then that minus would still be there, all over -6. So my final answer here, I'm going to probably leave this one in a really pretty gross form. I would have -7 plus or minus square root of 49 minus 60. I believe that's -11. All over -6. So you could have this if you separate it out. 7/6 plus or minus. The negative part is an I, and an 11 over 6. This negative here, and because there's a plus, when the plus would be over that minus, it'd be a minus, but when the minus is over that minus, it'd be a plus, so it's still both of those choices right there. And if you want to put it in the two forms, there would be the subtraction. There would be the addition. And there you would have your two solutions for that problem, which would end up being complex or imaginary roots. That's like the quadratic that opens, in this case, down. And when it's opening down right here, then it would actually be never crossing. And both of these would be like, shoo, something like that, or wherever they would be. So good luck with that one, 2.6.31 for the Algebra 2 Math Excel homework.